Okay, this is Rich again. Get on my backpack and we'll discuss a couple of knives here for you. I'm here at Beaver Dam State Park today, and we're going to show you a couple of knives. Now, this is one that I discussed in the previous one. And this is Meyer-Cuz. It's called a machete axe. It's 1/4 inch thick, stainless steel. This thing will chop through beautifully, and to say, I chopped through a piece of oak in about this diameter without any trouble whatsoever. So let's set this knife down. If you've ever seen the channel for the Nut and Fancy project, Nut and Fancy reviewed this. This is a cold steel Bowie, 12-inch Bowie. As you can see from the looks of this, this has been through a lot of use. And I agree with Nut and Fancy, this is an incredible knife, especially for the price. Sadly, it's not manufactured anymore. The sheath doesn't have any of the stuff that came with it. That fell apart probably the first day of use. So the sheath, less than impressive, but the blade, very impressive, as most things from cold steel I've ever sampled were. This came from Bud K catalog. This is the Timber Rattler Bowie. This is an impressive knife. You can't look at this without thinking of the Crocodile Dundee movie. Okay, and everybody who sees it, me included, the first time they see it, has to do the line, "That's not a knife." This knife comes sharp. We're talking you can shave with it right out of the box. Fantastic knife. I'm very happy with its sheath. And it's, well, right now I think it normally retails for like $19, $20 at Bud K. Very good knife, surgical stainless steel. It'll do you well when you're on the road. I showed you this knife. This is my carry knife for whenever I'm in the woods. This is my knife that goes on survival trips, hunting trips, and everything. I bought this at Farm and Home. This is a $30 knife. Stainless steel. This has Sirocco, has faux bone handle, full tang, wonderful. In here I have magnesium rod strip with ferrocerium rod, built-in compass, and I have the striker included in with it. This knife has been on survival trips with me now for, well, several years anyway. And as you can see, still a wonderful knife, sharp, sharp, sharp. Holds the blade very well. I haven't had any problem with that. This is another knife that I got from Bud K. This is a nice copy of a K-bar, Marine K-bar. The knife is excellent. It's been through the mill. I love this knife. The sheath, on the other hand, I've had to glue. It's fake leather. If you can see this, it's breaking. Comes with an undersized stone, but you can sharpen with it. I hate this sheath. Love the knife, hate the sheath. One of the knives I want to show you, this one is a Gerber knife. This was a gift from my father. It's a very, very, very nice knife. Sharp, holds the blade well. Redhead. This is a beautiful, beautiful knife. Love it. The sheath, I could not pull it tight enough to latch. Actually, the first or second time I tried to reclose this retaining strap, it actually ripped the snap off. So it's just fixed up with some Velcro, but it works. This knife is an eBay knife. This is a $3 knife. I showed one like it on the last video. I didn't have this one with me. This is the one that went on the survival trip with me. As So you can see it's had a little bit of use. And that knife has impressed the heck out of me. I truly recommend that knife for everyday use. It's maybe not everything you want. The teeth here are iffy. It does have a good bottle opener. But for a couple of bucks, this is a great knife to carry. And then around my neck, this is my everyday carry. This one came from Bud K. Has a nice whistle. And then I replaced the string lanyard on it with, this is paracord. And this has a Tonto tip. Very nice knife. So, on the knives, quick encapsulation. If you're going to be having to hack a lot of stuff down, these two are a good way to go. This knife I've chopped a lot with and I'm happy with it. This knife has held up beautifully. If you want to see a really good review of this, check out the Nut and Fancy Project. He did a great review of it, that's why I bought it. This knife is sharp. I've chopped a lot with it, but I've never taken the time to chop down an axe. It's just too pretty, chop down a big tree. It's too pretty to really do that with. This knife I would recommend as a backup knife. Always, I would trust this as a backup knife. It's supposed to make a good throwing knife if you unwrap the handle. So check this out at eBay. Very, very reliable, very good knife. This knife, I say it's my everyday carry. You'll see it around my neck all the time. And very happy with this knife. It has come in handy quite a bit. It's a redhead knife. Beautiful blade. Nice, heavy, thick blade. Batoning wood with this. I've done that more than a few times and it held up beautifully. This one I've batoned with and it holds up beautifully, and this one I love. So, going out in the woods, my first carry, this, my second carry, probably one of these two. But I would trust any knife you've seen here on a survival trip, and that does include this one. Okay? Whatever knife you have with you is the best knife that you have with you. It doesn't matter which one of these you have, doesn't matter what knife you carry. This blade will get you through and hold up well. It'll do what you need as long as you realize that we're dealing with the blade this size and work accordingly. Work smart. This blade is great, this blade. But find you a knife that you're comfortable with. $30 knife, $20 knife, $10 knife, $3 knife. Find the knife you're comfortable with, take it out, get some dirt time with it, see what you think, find what speaks to you. Make it your own. You saw how I modified the sheath for this one, and I made this knife my own. You can do this too. Find a knife that you like and make it your own. And get in the woods.